Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Daldot tribe, here with our 101 Dalmatians challenge in niche version 0.5.1. And this time around, we are getting ready for Tikel to actually take up the mantle of being the main breeding male of the tribe. For some reason, the unfathomable reason that so many of our niche tribes end up having their own very unique and distinct cultures every time I play them, this particular one seems to be centered around the breeding pair being one pair at a time, kind of like you'll have in meerkats, or kind of like you'll have in a lot of wolf packs, where there will only be one male and one female who have young, and then all of the rest of the tribe or pack or whatever, like a little meerkat pack or a wolf pack, will help to take care of those young. And that happened again here in this tribe. So Tikel is about to get the position of the alpha leader, and he is looking at the lovely Fessa, who is actually his aunt, but also matches him for immunity, A+ on that, as his potential mate. So he's getting some final words of wisdom from his father Stargaze, and now we have the very painful moment of saying goodbye. Oh, that's so sad, and actually so appropriate that Tikel came to adulthood the same moment that his father ended up dying of old age. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, in the tradition of their people, we are actually going to exit this nest now that all of the main breeders, both Lasila and Stargaze, have passed away. Then we leave the old nest and we make a new nesting spot with the new breeding pair. That being Fessa. So we're going to go ahead. Fessa's going to gather up a couple of the last nuts that she has right here and kind of shyly pop up, and we're going to have Tikel introduce himself. He'll send Lazira, one of his little sisters, kind of off to the distance. He wants all of his siblings where he can take good care of them. So we're going to have little Lemon Drop join them too. But we'll have Tikel kind of pop up and introduce himself as a potential mate to Fessa and see if he can manage to woo her and win her over. But I think it'll be fine. She's a very sweet-natured creature who has always been so happy to gather the nuts and just gently, quietly help out the tribe with all of the baby nichelings from the nest. She is actually the youngest of Pongo and Perdita and was born the same day that Perdita passed away of old age and was gently hoisted down onto the teleportation flowers when she was still just a little one. So she's been surrounded by family from the get-go versus some of our creatures who were born when it was still kind of low in the niche numbers. So I think she'll make a wonderful mother, basically. The only drawback is that she may actually pass on some darker colored fur that might make it a little difficult to go for our perfectly white-furred, black-spotted Dalmatians that you guys have voted on us aiming for. So we'll end up with lots of other colorful spots, and I would love to just play with the spots and the colors of the spots over time as well. But a lot of you guys have said we should definitely try shooting for all white and black spotted Dalmatians, 101 of them, to complete our challenge. So, oh my gosh, what is this? What is this? Is this mud? What is this? Alright, Dunka, who is actually the eldest, the elder brother of Tikel, but has little to no interest in actually taking up the responsibilities of basically being a breeder. He is over here helping his Aunt Ame to clear out the mysterious dangers of the swamp, and he's doing so with his claws, which is the way he likes to live, with both claws, like all his claws out and ready to fight. And he's clearing bush after bush away to help protect his family, but I think he'd be kind of curious, like, what the heck is this? Is it just a puddle of water? This is so cool! I've never seen this! That's really neat! Alright, I think he'd rush over to kind of like let Ame know about that, and she's going to continue clearing some of these grasses away. Really wants to make sure everything is nice and safe. I think Tomomi is not nearly as like concerned as her about what's going on in the swamp, so he might start just casually wandering this way just because he's curious to see the rest of the island as he ages. And little Lysla is sort of just watching her aunt and uncle from afar. She's in charge of taking care of this berry bush, but seems to have some trouble actually focusing. So we'll let her kind of wander around. And Polly was trying to get away from the spooky looking swamp, and she popped up and came face to face with a bunch of the spooky berries. So she's just going to go ahead and clear those out. And she found a nest and some lovely berries right over there. Hopefully she won't get tackled by a rogue male. Alright, and then speaking of wandering females, we have the lovely Kawana over here. So Kawana can go ahead and gather up some nice berries, and Kawana and Rilami are very happy to spend their life and time together, just kind of exploring. Rilami is a native to the island, and she's been super happy to share her knowledge with the tribe and managed to save them from chewing on those poison berries in the nick of time. Alright, then we've got our weird little group down here. Our little fishers who really love their fishing. Alright, can we catch this Razorina? I think all of them would be really excited and want to catch the Razorina. They love fishing, this group. Alright, can we catch this one? Alright, can we catch those ones? Ah, we could get rid of that leech. Come on, come on. So this group basically has spent their whole life fishing and they have zero regrets about that fact. Alright, and meanwhile Tekel, very proudly, surveying the scene, a little distressed at how the tribe seems to be really wandering away from one another, but he's going to wrap together, or I should say round up, his younger siblings who he feels very responsible for and guide them to a spot that I feel like over here is really where he might have his eye on. They like to nest in high locations, so I feel like he's kind of gonna aim for this tree trunk area where they can keep an eye on everything. All right, let's see. Oh, somebody passed away. Who? Was that just reporting on the death of Stargaze? Did one of the siblings just pass away? Wait, what the heck? Who just passed away? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was just letting us know that Stargaze passed away. But what the heck, Lazira? Why are you surrounded? What's going on? Is it these puddles? Are those puddles breeding those nasty gnats? Oh my gosh, I think Tekel would be very distressed about that. So we'll go ahead and he will take Fessa as his mate for one thing. And then we'll give Fessa the alpha category. So they are now officially the only breeding pair on the island. And he'll send Fessa, I think he would like jump in front of her to guard her from whatever the heck these things are, and he would send Fessa, be like, okay, run across the way, get away from those things, so she can try to find a new nest. What the heck are those? Can we like dunk her in the water? Is that gonna get them off of her? Okay, good. Getting away from them is helping. So he would immediately like send all of his younger siblings away. He takes the responsibility of watching over his younger siblings very seriously. He wants all three of our little lemon spot ones to be safely elsewhere. So there's that group. This group is still having a grand old time trying to do some basic fishing. Hey, come on, Razorinas. Hey, I want to eat you. All right, come here. Come here, Razorina. Come on. There we go. All right, so they're not really winning with the Razorina fight here because they don't have high enough fishing, but I think they would definitely try really hard. Meanwhile, Dunka is being swarmed by these insects too, so I think he'd run for it. Kind of unclear about what the heck was that. Not really with this, and Ame would just be like, this is just my fears about the swamp are coming true. That is something nasty. It's coming from the swamp. Tomomi is going to explore a little bit, and Lucila is going to start taking her responsibility, gathering up berries a little more seriously. And then over here we've got Polly. I think she'd be quite tickled that she managed to find a delicious berry bush, but she's a little old to go back and tell everyone now. And then over here, Rilami, I think, is just going to kind of follow her nose, and yeah, there's some good food over there. She and Kawana can just kind of dedicate themselves to wandering around and trying to find some good berry bushes to share with the rest of the tribe. Alright, meanwhile, Tekel is not happy about these. Not happy at all about these nasty gnats. Ah! Oh no, and he got the nasty gnats! Tekel, no! He has the sleeping sickness, and now he feels really sleepy, but I feel like he saved Lemon Drop from it. I feel like he saved his little siblings. Oh dear. So we'll have Tekel kind of claw his way over here, but he would encourage his siblings, like, get further into the bushes. There we go. Like, don't get caught up in this too. All right, Lucila, is there going to be like a nice nesting spot? Oh my gosh, there is an actual nice nest. So Fessa has settled in and she has found a nice nest, kind of right in the area where I think they were instinctually drawn towards wanting to see if they could have their babies. So we'll get going with the 101 Dalmatians part of things now. And Lucila taking care of her berry bush. Tomomi clearing away some of the grass. I think he's not really interested in going back in the swamp, but let's see. Dunka. I think Dunka would actually run for it. I think he would just straight up run for it because of these creatures. And I think Ame isn't quite as scared of them, but she would try to strategically get away from those nasty gnats. All right, Polly is going to just happily gather up all of these berries, quite content that she's found something so nice. I have a feeling that this particular tribe just likes to leave little traces where they can be like, oh, I know that my family will come and just follow my scent and try to see what I have located. All right, there we go. How's our Razorina? Oh, why? So many leeches. Like, we've just got leech after leech after leech on these ones. Oh my gosh. That's what you guys get for playing in the water, but they love it down here in the water. All right, Aircore, do you see any fish? There's that Razorina again. I wish we could catch it because it has a lot of meat on it. All right, and then Roger, I might make him gather up the nuts for a little while. All right, so there we go. Tikel, is he gonna have that sleeping sickness forever? Because that's gonna be really sad. Can we drag him up to this healing fruit and get rid of it? Maybe we can. That's Tomomi's moment to shine. And you know, little Lysla has been talking with her uncle, so she might be able to convince her brother to come up and eat that. But let's go ahead and see what Tikel and Fessa's first child is going to look like. Hopefully white fur and dots. Let's see, Tikel black pattern. Should I have him like increase the chance of passing on white fur? Maybe. Now that I see that it's like you get one chance with the innate genes that they have, you get one chance with one mutation slot, and you get one more chance just in case with the very last slot. So it doesn't stack the way I thought it did. So let's go ahead. Look at that, you guys! Oh my gosh, look at our little guy. We're gonna name him Zolu, which is one of the names you guys have actually left. So Zolu, little Zolu, look at him. I like his gray spots. I would say that would close to count, if you ask me, as an official Dalmatian. So let's look at his traits, see what he's like. He's got cracker jaw, normal eyesight, big body, fishing tail, white fur, and white and black pattern for a gray patterning. Nice! I love him! I really love him! Yeah, we might get to our 101 Dalmatians after all. Alright, so everybody safe from the nasty bugs? Yeah, it seems like they are. And I think that Dunka would be like, I wasn't scared. Like, very insistent about that. Ame might kind of roll her eyes. She strikes me, oh, there's the bugs again. She strikes me as a really, like, no-nonsense sort of creature. So Dunka will have to prove himself by destroying those berry bushes again. Polly is just, I feel like she's just super happy, just minding her own business, gathering these berries. Not really much of a care in the world. And yeah, the sleeping sickness is here. So let's see, we'll have Lizzie, little Lizlera, will kind of watch over. She'll take up the job of protecting the niche nestling. And then, oh no, Eri, when did you get bit by something? There we go. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and we'll have Fessa jump down to check on her mate, kind of distressed and a little worried about him. And we'll go ahead and send Tikel. Rumor will reach them that there is indeed something that might help. I think Tomomi feels like totally justified that he didn't spend his whole time just draining the swamp. So Tikel will like start dragging himself up there to start eating that. So hopefully we can get rid of the sleeping sickness by eating this particular fruit. But that's going to make it so hard to be able to breed up. And the main job of breeders is to breed. So I wonder if Fessa, staying here at the nest site, might feel a little bit of pressure to have to start looking for an alternative mate behind Tikel's back, because her status as the main breeding female relies entirely on having a ton of babies. So that might make things really interesting for that little group pretty soon. All right, and Tomomi, I feel like he'll clear away the path to his fruit, like a little grand walk. Very proud of what he's found. My weird little fishers are just still over here doing their weird little fishing. Do I have another leech? I have another leech. I swear, this group is just like the quirkiest collection. All right, we'll have Lacoon. Ah, fish everywhere. We found a little school of fish. We'll have to see if we can chase them down. All right, let's see if we can get up to his fruit so that he's not quite so sickly. Oh no! And we have a Marina coming for little Lysla. She didn't sign up for this. Tomomi, I think, would like nobly dive in to try to help. And Zakel, does he still have the sleeping sickness? Zakel's better, but now he has to jump over to try to defend little Lysla. And we'll have her kind of run for it. There we go. And I think Dunka might hear about this. I think he's actually freaked out about the bugs too, so he's like running for it. And Ame is just sort of like annoyed at her somewhat cowardly nephew, who's got more bark than bite per se. He's got a hefty bite when he decides to attack things, but still. All right, and then we'll scooch this little one over here. So we have little Zolu. He's gonna pop over there. Fessa's gonna settle in, make herself very comfortable at the nest. Lazira is probably pretty proud to be an assistant with taking care of the nesting nichelings that way. And then let's see, Eri, we'll have Eri come over and we'll have Lemon Drop heal Eri and then maybe chase down these fish. Maybe. And having a little bit of fish might be kind of fun. But let's see if we can get rid of this predator. I think that the Barina is about to be taken out, so I'm not too worried. But again, that sort of like puts our main breeder male far away from Fessa. And Fessa knows she's older, and you get a lot more status if you have a lot more babies. So hopefully she'll have twins. At least she's pregnant right now. Relami! I'm so sorry. I feel like Relami is super... She's just gonna... her best friend and like she died. Oh, I didn't even notice. They just got so old so quietly in the grass together. Oh dear. They had a wonderful time of it while they were together though, if you ask me. So I'm very happy with how their story turned out. And Lacoon, we'll have Lacoon kind of wander around. We've got another leech. I swear these, oh my gosh, and we've got a leech over here too. How are you guys doing this? I feel like they're just attracting leeches without even going that near the water. I mean, come on. Roger wasn't even in the water and he got a leech. So that's kind of interesting. But all right, that's everybody. So we'll have to see if Takel can come back safely after having defended the tribe and defended his, I think his sister. Yeah, he defended his weaker sister from the predator when she is supposed to be just quietly gathering a bunch of berries to help feed the tribe. And we'll have to see if hopefully he can get back in time to meet Fessa's concerns about the fact that she's the only breeding female on the island. So let's see what kind of baby she has. It's a spotty one! You guys, look at that! It is a Dalmatian spotty one! Oh, I think they would be quite proud, and it's a little boy. What are we gonna name him? We're gonna name him Tusk, believe it or not, because that's the very first name that actually showed up when I glanced at the name list. So welcome to little baby Tusk! And guys, he's got the Dalmatian spots! Our very first official Dalmatian. Again, I kind of feel like, okay, now we just, I mean, if we're gonna count the gray spots, now I still just need 99 more. So that sounds sort of sassy to say like that, but you know, we'll have to see. Oh no, and Lucila did get hurt. I don't think Takel would put up with that. Yeah, he'd go ahead and destroy that and encourage Lucila to eat up and eat the healing fruit. Hopefully it'll grow back soon. And then everybody, they take care of each other in this tribe. So I think everybody would be really concerned with like guarding her and making sure that she's feeling better. And she is healed up. And I think Takel wouldn't waste any time. He wants to get back to his mate. So he'll actually throw himself in the river and rush back to his mate's side, which is a really good move on his part, if you ask me, because I think Fessa is ready. We'll go ahead. Should she nest right here or right next to? I think that they'd keep the nesting spots as centralized as possible. So lucky for him, because I don't know if Fessa would actually remain loyal, even though she's technically supposed to, because she's worried about having as many babies as possible. All right, and then over Lemon Drop, how did you even manage? The leeches are just everywhere. This is ridiculous, ridiculous. Zolu, can you come over and help your uncle with this leech problem? I just cannot believe how quickly the leeches start showing up. Ooh, and there's a bunny, a little bit of bunny meat. There we go. And I might as well just gather up all of these nuts. I feel like our fishers would be better off if they actually focused on gathering up. Oh, how did you get a leech? I swear, this is the leechiest water I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. We'll do a little more exploring over there. But our first official Dalmatian has been born, and I think there's just something so striking about this coloration that the whole tribe kind of feels, this is what we're supposed to be. And so we finally have a little Dalmatian baby. Welcome to little Tusk. I'm really excited to see where his line ends up going too. And I should Zolu count, I don't know, I feel like we should go hard mode and we should go for white fur. The all white fur, which I'm pretty sure, yeah, white fur, and then we've got the black pattern and the dots can come in any style and any size and any pattern thickness, so that'll be kind of fun. So technically 100 more. Now we just need 100 more nichelings. How we're gonna feed that many nichelings, I don't know, but we're gonna start. And Ame is still clearing out the grasses. I feel like Dune might be a little nervous about the grasses after having run into so many bugs. He apparently doesn't like bugs very much either. Polly is about to pass away, but I feel like she'd be very happy that she cleared out a little clearing back there. And I think that's everybody. All right, guys. This is getting... Oh, wait. Of course, I need to make sure we take care of little Ralami. Oh, I'm so sad. I don't think she'd wander very far from the bones of her beloved up there. So we'll leave them up there. But we're starting to make a little progress on our challenge. Perhaps this island is a little bit more forgiving than I thought it would be. But we'll have to see if it's going to be enough for us. I don't think we need to move to a new island afterward, but we might consider maybe scooching to a new island once we have little Tusk and the other Dalmatian spots, just to kind of give ourselves a fresh, give ourselves like a fresh Dalmatian line. But I'm not sure. I still feel like it's almost too easy, and I at the same time feel a little bit concerned, like I am gonna really regret saying that. There's gonna be something that happens that is really gonna make me go, why did you think this was gonna be easy, Seri? Why? So I'm a little nervous that I'm like definitely setting myself up for some drama, but we're gonna have to see, guys. All right, we'll gather up some of that seaweed, maybe clear away a few grass pieces. Lacoon, how did you get that leech that's on the back of your head? How? She wasn't even in a water plot. It's just amazing to me. There we go. And Fessa can just curl up and nibble on some berries. And then Takel, I think, can very proudly clear away these nasty poison fruits and build up a safe area for more of his wonderful children to be born in. I think Tomomi is kind of like quietly done exploring the swamplands, but he doesn't really want to admit it to his sister. So let's see. Amy has almost 100% cleared out the swamplands too. So I think she's pretty relieved. She's starting to find the edges of it, which is a big relief for Tomomi, who wants to be done with it. And Polly has passed away. So, Alright guys, let's welcome in one more birth and see if we end up with a second Dalmatian. But if this was too easy, then I'm going to have to try something a little bit more difficult next time. But again, I kind of feel like I'm setting myself up for failure there. So let's go ahead and see what kind of baby we have this time. And I probably was definitely saying that it was too easy too early, because here we have somebody who looks nothing like a Dalmatian at all, but at least she has some nice spots. So alright guys, we will come back next time and we will start working with our tribe a little bit more. I wonder if having more than one breeder would be good, but it kind of feels helpful to just be able to right now kind of draw our focus in and really keep it condensed until we can get a good line going. But we probably need to get more genetics up and going too. So maybe we'll go ahead and have Ralami, maybe have a bit of a romance actually with Zolu. That might work out very well. Huh. So maybe we might get some. I think that the one breeder tribe thing might start easing up, but so far so good. So far so good, I say, with one single Dalmatian out of 101. But at least it's progress. So alright guys, I'll see you guys back here for the Daldot tribe next time. Bye bye.